Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It's Sunday, the 9th of March, and today I'm going to be analysing episode 6 of With Love, Meghan, and this episode is called The Juice is Worth the Squeeze. But before I delve into this episode, I just want to highlight that Meghan herself put a post on her Instagram about International Women's Day. Now, I don't like to do comparisons between her and Princess Catherine, but her post was all about herself. She posted celebrating the strong women around us and the girls with dreams who will become women with vision, also thanking those that uplift us every day. There's a picture of her and Doria when Meghan was small, and then there's a picture of her and Doria, which is obviously a bit more recently. There's a picture of her daughter Lilibet with Prince Harry, and another picture of her and Prince Harry. So your caption says celebrating the strong women around us and the girls with dreams who will become women with vision, but it's all about you. And I often don't try and pit Meghan and Harry against William and Catherine because I don't particularly like to do that. But I think in this instance it's really quite important, because if you actually look at Kensington Palace's X account, they celebrated International Women's Day with compiling posts about brilliant women who have inspired us over the last 12 months. And there are many, many posts about other people. Not once did they post about themselves, unlike Meghan. And that screams volumes to me. Anyway, back to the episode at hand. Like I said, this is called The Juice is Worth the Squeeze. We're back to the rented kitchen and she's making breakfast. Tonight, apparently, she's hosting a group of friends for games night. Taco bar to enjoy as they play some Mahjong. But before prepping, she needs a little nourishment to start the day. So it's avocado on toast with a fried egg. She says, making time to be present. And of course, what is added to the avocado on toast with egg? Can we guess? I don't think we need to guess anymore, do we? It's edible flowers. Not content with just making breakfast for herself, she makes a sandwich, as she calls it, a manwich. Sexist much there, Meghan. For the camera crew. Bacon, egg and tomatoes. She says that the only thing better than eating food is making food for someone and watching them with delight. So she's taken making a manwich and made it about herself. Yeah, classic Meghan. Anyway, new outfit and it's flashback flower time. She says when you go to the grocery store, sometimes you can get things that are beautiful and things that are really affordable. She says this while dumping 2 bags of massive amounts of flowers onto a table. And she says carnations apparently are affordable. And that's how you make an arrangement affordable. Carnations. What she doesn't actually say is that she uses the other extremely pricey flowers to make this arrangement. She says, how do we make carnations look stunning and high-end? By adding them with other flowers. So just use carnations, Meghan. If they're so affordable, just use simple carnations and show us what to do with them. You can't, can you? So it's a moot point, really. You need the pricey flowers to settle. She needs the pricey flowers to make up her arrangement. She then shows us how, yet again, to do a flower arrangement. She's not using a wire rack this time. She's showing us the simple things in life can make things even simpler. She uses tape to anchor the flowers to the arrangement. So the girls are coming over for Mahjong and it's a rocking night for Meghan. She says the idea of playing it was fun, but what was really great was learning something new with your friends together. And she says game night with the girls, whoever hosts it, makes sure that everybody is fed. Isn't that generally what happens? And apparently she's making fun bites. But she's not doing it by herself this time. She's roped in this amazing, apparently, local chef to help her prepare all the food. But before we do that, we need to make some plantain chips. So she makes them, and I'm not really going to discuss this very much because it really is quite boring. However, she says that Chef Ramon is coming to help, so she needs to freshen up. New outfit. Chef Ramon is here, everybody. It's evidently clear that she's never met him before, because she said, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you." And she makes him coffee, blah, blah, blah. They talk about some chit chat. She said, "I don't know if you know how much I love Mexican cuisine and how much you've elevated it, but still taste that real depth of flavour." And this is where I have a continuity issue. And it's weird because she says that to Chef Ramon that she made the plantain chips yesterday. But just before we flash forward to today, she says that Chef Ramon is coming and I need to freshen up. So which was it? Were you freshening up while you made the plantain chips because Chef Ramon was coming? Or did you make the plantain chips yesterday as you said to Chef Ramon? Continuity is not her thing, and that's what's the issue with these flashbacks. It doesn't seem like it flows, it just seems like it's been thrown in there because it's something for her to get content out of. And this is the funny bit, because she says, as she was chit-chatting to Chef Ramon, she wondered, who's local that can help me? And she thought, Chef Ramon. It's so obvious that it's quite uncomfortable. Anyway, it's Tinga time. The cream pots are back. I'm not going to say the name because I'm getting slated in the comments because I say the name incorrectly. Le Crucier, that's how forget it. It's giving me anxiety the way I say it, apparently. It should be Le Crucier. And I say Le Crucier. My dyslexic brain can't figure out which way it should be said, so I'm really, really sorry if I say it wrong. Anyway, Le Crucier is back. The cream pots. They make a broth, blah, blah, blah. We have another Le Crucier or cream pot for the sauce. I'd also just like to add that I'm gonna try and outdo her. I'm gonna try and do a few cooking videos myself. Nothing is on the channel yet. It's been set up. If you want to subscribe, you don't have to. It's not going to be polished, but it is going to be a bit of fun. I don't expect it to do well, but it's just something fun for me to do and share with you guys. I personally love cooking. I'm not obsessive like Meghan. I don't do it to please people. I do it to please myself because I actually love cooking. But if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, it's Cooking with Murky. Link is up in the top right hand corner. Don't feel yet you have to, but if you do feel like watching me faff around in the kitchen, then subscribe to the channel, and I should be posting a video there sometime this week when I do some cooking. Back to the Tinga. Apparently, this is the funny bit. So they've got some herb seeds, so like coriander and cumin seeds, and apparently this actually comes out of her mouth. If you don't have fresh herbs, you can activate the flavour by using these seeds and spices and heat. Really, Meghan? Who knew? You know, that's been an ancient technique on how to activate spices for a very long time. You activate them with heat and then you put them in a pestle and mortar, you grind them down, and hey presto, you have spices and seasoning. Chef Ramon is sticking bang on to the script and he says, "You seem to love cooking." And of course, Meghan chirps, "I love being able to make something and be creative, but I love feeding people. Maybe that's a mom thing. But even before I had kids, I just love the idea of being able to see somebody go, 'Ooh, that's so good,' and knowing that you are a part of that." Honestly, she's so syrupy sweet, it's quite sickening. Anyway, we've got another flashback, and this time she's going to show us how to dehydrate a citrus. We're on our third outfit now, picking lemons in her garden. Then we're back to the brown horrid outfit. Honestly, that outfit's it's not my taste at all. It doesn't suit her one bit. She's cutting lemons, and apparently, get this will make you laugh, any that they don't use themselves, they donate to their local food bank. Honestly, you could just see it right now, just rocking up in their Range Rover, going down to the local food bank and giving loads and loads of citrus fruit out. Yeah, I don't think that's what people need when they go to a food bank, do you? She says that dehydrating fruit is the best way to preserve it, and they're great in a cocktail, apparently. So more booze then, yes? We have booze in this episode, and quite a lot of it, I might add, because they're making margaritas. I actually made a margarita myself last night, and here's my margarita. I think I put too much chili in it because I'd steeped 3 finger chilies in the tequila for a week, and it kind of blew my head off a bit. Although I can handle spice, it was a little bit spicy. This is my margarita, by the way. Anyway, she cuts some citrus up and she puts them out on some trays, and she says she has a dehydrator. She makes sure that we're aware that her mum brought her it for Christmas. But for all of us plebs, if we don't have a dehydrator, because I don't, we can do it in the oven, just low and slow. Thanks for that, Meghan. I would never, ever have thought how to do that, because none of us have the ability to Google, do we? Oh, and apparently dehydrated fruit makes really good gifts too. So we're back to the present with Chef Ramon, and we're making ceviche halibut. I'd like to point out that halibuts are really, really pricey. So, keeping it relevant, great. Anyway, she's back with Chef Ramon, and this bit is really, really cringy because she's almost flirting with him. And, sorry, not flirting, love bombing. It gets quite uncomfortable. It's weird that the way that she's behaving around him. They make the halibut ceviche, and she says that she likes the translucentness of the radishes. It presents so nicely that this is her favourite part of plating. Oh, dear God, woman. She then says it's so amazing when food can be art. There's a really funny bit where obviously Chef Ramon has basically cooked all of this for her. And when they're tasting it, her and Chef Ramon, and Chef Ramon he says, this looks amazing. And then Meghan actually says, oh, thank you. No, Meghan, he did all the work, love. Of course, it's all beautiful, according to Meghan. She loves that word. And the girls apparently going to be so happy. Well done. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of hugs and oh. And now everything is ready for her friends to arrive. Tracy's here, everybody. Tracy. Of course, Meghan's freshened up and got a new outfit on. Tracy's arrived early so she can help Meghan prep with the margaritas, because Meghan can't do anything on her own, obviously. Anyway, they have 4 different mason jars because they all have different tastes. We have Jennifer, who apparently likes it made with grapefruit. We have Meghan and Tracy. They both like it the same way, which is essentially margaritas, low sugar and a little bit of a kick to it. And then we have Victoria, who's like, no, honey, I don't drink. And she just has a classic margarita. That's exactly how they said it. It's so cringy. Weirdly, the tequila and the triple sec have been decanted into jugs, so they obviously didn't get a brand deal for it. Meghan explains the reason why that they are using mason jars is because that it is pre-made and that they can have a top-up from their own individually tasting margarita. And I was scratching my head a little bit at this point because I'm thinking, well, you've got loads of ice in it and the girls aren't here yet. By the time you get onto your top-up, that ice is going to be completely gone and it's going to be quite diluted. But notice how the ice has no edible flowers in it. Tut tut, Meghan, your standards are slipping. She makes sure that she tells Tracy that she dehydrated all the citrus rings. Then the mason jars are labelled and they're scribbled with her little squirrely-whirly writing on it. Then it becomes obvious why they've pre-made them, because they're actually apparently going to put them in the freezer to keep them nice and chilled. Right on cue and sticking to the script, the cameraman says, oh, I didn't think I've ever seen you write your own name. And then Meg was like, what? Oh, Meg, I'm Meg. Hi. Honestly, it felt so forced and scripted. And then we have a shot of the table with the taco bar, and it's so over the top and pretentious. It's actually quite sickening. The other girls have arrived and it's all amazing. We have Victoria Jackson and Jennifer Rudolph Walsh. Cheers, ladies! And then they all go, it's the Mud Squad. Obviously for Mahjong, because that's what they're going to be playing in the garden. Meghan makes sure to tell them that Chef Ramon was here and that he showed her how to make all his delicious food with the ceviche, with the halibut and his chicken tinga. And they all gush on, wow, woo, mmm. She makes sure that she tells them that she made the plantain chips. And then they all go, oh, wow, did you do the flowers yourself? Oh my God, they're so pretty. Oh, absolutely, oh, they're wonderful. Well, according to Meghan, she also made the homemade tortillas, but we didn't get to see that. Again, standards are slipping, Meghan. While they're all helping themselves to the food, right on cue, again, one of them asks Meghan when the cookbook is coming, and Meghan says, I haven't thought about something like that, to be honest. Utter bollocks, Meghan, utter bollocks. Of course you've thought about a cookbook. If you are doing a programme that shows you cooking in some form, you are going to instantly, or your people around you are going to instantly say, the natural course of progression is a cookbook. I'm not buying it. You're talking absolute tripe. And the reason why I think you're talking tripe is because out of 6 episodes, this is twice now that a cookbook has been mentioned by somebody that's appearing on your show. Of course, everybody goes, oh, the food looks amazing. Everybody coos over it. They're eating in the garden and they're scoffing the food. And Meghan proclaims, love is in the detail. And of course, Jennifer announces that everything is perfection. So it's game time and the Mahjong is out and they're sitting in the garden, drinking the mojitos, playing Mahjong. They're reminiscing about the first time they played and that they didn't know what was going on, blah, 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 blah. Lots of fun. Apparently, they're all wild ladies. One of them, I don't know who's whose, to be fair, says that they were asked why they like to play Mahjong and they said that it's because we can make order out of chaos. We're still in the chaos moment right now, but we're a great support system where you know that we're definitely a cheerleading group for one another. We're always like helping each other out. And Meg chimes, oh, that's why it's so fun. And that's the end of the episode. It was a really boring episode. It was bland. It was flat. And as these episodes are progressing, it's just getting more and more boring. There wasn't really much to actually write home about in this episode because we've done the flower arranging before. I mean, she showed us how to dehydrate citrus, but it doesn't really take rocket science to actually figure that one out. But then again, neither has any of the other stuff that she showed us. She showed us how to make margaritas, and any basic person who likes a cocktail knows how to make a margarita. It was just all about her and how amazing she is and how much of a great hostess she is. So again, me. What more do we expect? And I'm quite disappointed that there was no major laugh out loud moment in this episode. There's nothing that actually made me go, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. And then I can have a laugh out of it with you guys. It was that dull. It was yet again all about the Meghan show, and it's just getting progressively worse. So, hope you've enjoyed this as much as the others, even though, again, because the episode was so flat, this video might have been flat. I do apologise. There's been no tickling, laughing moment. She didn't really make a big tit out of herself, so I can't really take the piss out of it. Anyway, episode 7 is coming tomorrow, and I will see you then. Let me know your thoughts.
Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.